My name is Justin Eads, and my favorite book is Michael Vey, The Prisoner of Cell 25 by Richard Paul Evans. The book's about a group of courageous teenagers on a quest to save the main character's mom, who was captured by an evil society. All the characters have electrical powers. I really like this book because it compels you to read and you don't want to set it down. I would recommend this book to anyone who wants an escape from everyday life and an easy read.
My name is Brianna Garner, and I love the Guardians of the Cool series by Catherine Lasky. It's about this young male barn owl named Soren who gets captured by these owls called St. Aggies, and he goes to this canyon, and there he meets his new best friend, Gilpy the elf owl, and together they try to learn to get out of this place and escape. And on the way, they meet Twilight the Great Gray and Digger the bird owl, and together they're going to see if they can find this tree where these gray owls live so they can tell them about the evil. I like this book because the plot is amazing and the characters are unique to the story. Like, they each have their own way to develop to the story. I recommend it for kids who love owls and want to learn more about owls and other animals.
I'm Dee Dee, and one of my favorite books is The Other Building Girl by Philippa Gregory. It takes place in King Henry VIII's court, and it is about Anne Boleyn's lesser-known sister, Mary, who comes to court at a young age, and then when Anne returns, she questions the king's religion and his wife. I like this book because there was never a moment of hesitation between the characters. It was always fast-paced. I would recommend this book to anyone who likes historical fiction and drama.
My name is Milan Calzo, and this is the book The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. It's about this girl, Hazel, who has cancer, and she falls in love with this boy named Augustus Waters. And it's about her life with cancer, and I like this book because it has comedy in it, and it's a romance, and I would recommend this to kids who like the Twilight Saga because of the romance in it.
Hi, my name is Trinity Dexter, and my favorite book is The Girl Who Could Fly. The Girl Who Could Fly was named Piper. She's a little farm town girl who was caught flying. And she has to get all these people out of this institution she was sent to because their commander is evil. And I recommend this to kids who love X-Men because it's lots of action and stuff and drama and love. It's awesome, and that's why I like the book.
Hi, my favorite children's book is a picture book, and it's called The Little Red Hen.
My favorite book that I read as a child was all of the Little House on the Prairie books by Laura Ingalls Wilder.
My favorite children's book is Where the Wild Things Are.
My favorite children's book is The Three Little Pigs.
As a child, my favorite book would be Mother Goose Fables.
My favorite childhood book that I read to my daughter is called The Barnyard Dance.
My favorite children's books were the Dr. Seuss books.
My favorite children's book is Where the Wild Things Are.
My favorite children's book is If I Ran the Zoo by Dr. Seuss.
My favorite children's book is How Much is a Million by David M. Schwartz.
My favorite children's book is There's a Locket in My Pocket.
My favorite children's book is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom.
My favorite children's book is Cat in the Hat.
My favorite children's book is Mr. Brown Can Moo. Can You? By Dr. Seuss.
My favorite children's book is Brown Bear, What Do You See?
My favorite children's book is Goodnight Moon, because you get to tell everybody good night.
Hi, my name is Tyler Reed, and my favorite book is The Skin I'm In by Sharon G. Flake. This book is about a girl trying to fit into a new school with all the excitement and drama. I can relate to this book because it's realistic and it's very exciting, and sometimes I feel the same. I recommend this book for anyone who likes excitement and adventure.
My name is Liliana Despinett, and my book is Crossed. It's mainly about a girl and her friends going against a rogue society. My favorite part is it's mostly about going against going for what you believe in and doing what you think is right. And I recommend it to people who like romance and action.
My name's Cammy Finley. My book is Out of My Mind by Shannon Draper, and it's about this girl who has a mental disorder, and she can't walk or talk, and she has no delete button. I like this book because it shows that kids can be normal when they really aren't, and I recommend this to people who can be mature.
My name is Linnea Bryant, and my favorite book is Night World, Volume 3, Black Dawn. It is about a girl named Megan who goes in search of her brother, but gets captured by vampires instead. I like this book because it has many twists and turns, and you never know what's going to happen next. I recommend it to people who are over 11 because it uses profanity sometimes, and it also has large words, and if you're into sci-fi.
Hi, my name is Jibble Sims, and this is Dog Song made by Gary Polson. And the reason that I like this book, that is action and drama. The main storyline is a boy who tries to figure out an old man's words to a secret area. And I recommend this book to people who love action and drama. And
my name's Alana, and I really like the book Shift. It's by Jennifer Bradbury, and it's mostly about two best friends named Chris and Wynn. They go on a trip across the country, but their fun ends when when Wynn disappears. Chris is the one who has to deal with the problem once they get back home. I like this book because it was full of drama and suspense. I would recommend this book to people who like novels about travel and friendship.
My favorite book is Divergent by Veronica Roth.
My favorite books are the Harry Potter series.
My favorite book is Where the Sidewalk Ends.
My favorite book is The Giver.
My favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird.
My favorite books are the Twilight series.
My favorite book I've read recently is Looking for Alaska by John Green.
My favorite book is The Maze Runner by James Dashner.
My favorite book is Wolves.
My favorite book is The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die by April Henry.
My favorite book is Linger by Maggie Stiefvater.
My favorite book is A Corner of the Universe by Anne M. Martin.
My favorite books are the Hunger Games series.
My favorite book is Lily's Crossing.
My favorite book is Red Pyramid.
Okay. My favorite book is Ever After High, The Storybook of Legends by Shannon Hale.
My favorite book is The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown because it has a lot of things in it on the Washington, D.C. trip that we get to see next week.
My favorite book is If I Stay.
My favorite book is The Westing Game.
My favorite book is The Fault in Our Stars.
Okay, my favorite books, I'm going to go with more than one, are Killing Lincoln, Killing Kennedy, and Killing Jesus. And those three books are really interesting to me because I'm a history nerd, and I love to find out interesting facts about things that had taken place. And particularly with Lincoln and Kennedy, those are critical for American history, and it was just neat to get that perspective from it. So.
My favorite type of book is actually nonfiction, and particularly biographies or autobiographies. And so my most recent favorite book would be Christian the Lion. It's about this awesome lion that lived with two men and their kind of love story. So check that out if you can.
I like to read because it keeps me busy on my free time.
I like to read, especially at night, because it helps ease my mind and I can go to sleep.
I like to read because it lets me escape from the real world for a little bit.
I like to read because reading helps you learn new things.
I like to read because it helps me improve my vocabulary.
My favorite part about reading is reading the book and trying to imagine who would play each character in a movie and how it would play out if I was watching it on the big screen. Especially when I actually get to see the movie later on, and sometimes my actors are picked correctly, which is exciting. I like to read because it allows me to go into another world that I can escape the one that I'm in.
I like reading because it keeps me on the edge of my seat sometimes and it's fun.
I like to read because it helps me get smarter, and it helps me in all my classes.
I like to read because it gives more details and it's better than a TV show, and it gives you more education.
I like reading because it brings up my grade and helps me reach my AR goal.
I like to read because I find that it's the best way to stay informed on what's going on in the world and to keep myself properly up on current events.
I like to read because it helps me escape the world, and whenever I'm down, it makes me feel better.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.